Skylarking Ilios, sailing the seas where the warm sun thrives. Feel the breeze in the tropics we roam. Skylarking Ilios, the oceans are home. Hoist the sails to the reggae beat. Skylarking Ilios, life so sweet. Life is a blessing, grateful every day.
In the last episode, Marijn sailed from Belitung in Indonesia to Lingga, Indonesia. From Lingga, he wants to sail to Buru, which is the last place he will visit in Indonesia, and from there he wants to cross the Malacca Strait into Malaysia, and then up to Langkawi, where we want to leave the boat in the hope to sell her.
Show you the route for today. So you see the white water here, it's like a little channel. I want to get through there, it's 35 miles. And then I'll make a decision whether to wait or go on at night. Okay, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I have 10 miles to go, then I'm through the channel. And well, there's a squall on port side of me. Well, the wind has turned 180 degrees now. So the thunderstorms that were getting away from me are actually coming back now. Was quite some wind just 10 minutes ago, so I changed foresail. Squally, 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 squally.
At the end of the channel, Marijn decides to continue through the night.
It's 1 o'clock, there's no more wind. I've been drifting around without the sails on now for a while. The question is now, what am I gonna do? Because the tide pushed me in the right direction until now. So I'm gonna start losing distance. So I'm thinking starting up the iron sail. So I decided to start the engine. It was a good idea because I was drifting away from my goal. And the little wind that is there, it's beautiful wind actually, but it's straight up against me. I have the current with me again, so I don't have to do much revs on the engine, still doing 5 knots now. I have about 15 more miles to go and I should be able to anchor. Looking forward to that. Spending the whole day so I can sleep as long as I want and prepare the boat for tomorrow crossing the Malacca Strait. Well, let's see what that is like. Okay, the last bit. I have lots of current with me, so 8 knots at the moment. Maybe I should slow down a bit. 8 knots at the moment, 8 knots at the moment, 8 knots at the moment. The water is really milky. Milky water and lots of sticks and coconuts floating. So I'm keeping a lookout. Not hitting anything, you know. Thursday morning, I'm anchored here at the island of Buru. Gonna cross the notorious Malacca Straits today. It's still early, it's 5:30, so it should be almost getting light. So I want to leave with first light, and then should have a little tide with me going out, that would be nice. I slept really good from 8 till 4 o'clock this morning. I've been doing some stuff on the boat because yesterday a big southeasterly wind came and I was on the lee shore and the current was flowing in, so it was wind against the tides, so I was just all over the place with the boat and it was impossible really to do something. I couldn't really sleep. Yeah, looking forward to it, and let's see what happens. and also looking forward to have a few days ashore again. I haven't been ashore since Belitung, so it's about time to stretch the legs again. So Captain Danger is on his way, and I'll see what I can film for you today. Malacca Straits, one of the busiest routes in the world. More than 100,000 ships pass there each year. And then there's the fishers, the tugboats, the pilot boats, the ferries, the fishing nets, and a lot of debris I have heard is floating around in the water, so it should be interesting. I'm on my way. So far so good. Running under engine, no wind. It's my course. It's gonna be the trip of today. I'm doing 8.5 knots. I have the current still with me, so that is really nice. I could be here with low tide, so I won't have too much current in the traffic lane. So I'm going out this lane now, and I'm gonna go here. And you can see they made an intersection especially for crossing. So from 4 to 5 it's crossing till this blue line. Then you have a zone where you can just do whatever you like, and then from here I have to cross again. And once I'm there I get into this little place. It won't be over then because tugboats, pilot boats, ferry boats, debris, nets, and a lot of anchored ships also, big ones. So find my way through there, and then finally I can go here up the river and make it to Johan. Alright, approaching the shipping lane. I got my knife out, binoculars, life raft, ready to do this. Well, there is on my port side now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 boats. I think I'm gonna let them pass in front of me. There's a little fisherman in front of me going around in rounds. I think he's waiting to cross as well. If you see under the boom, that's the ship I wanna cross behind. There's another tugboat just left of me, but I should be turning to starboard by that time, so should all fit. The fisherman is not waiting to cross. I see him put in a net 500 meters from the shipping lane. So I'm gonna get out of the way of the net now. So the little flag here is where he put it down. Oh, let me go further starboard. Still a little buoy behind it even. And he's pulling it out that direction now. Putting in another one. It's quite close. I'm going past now, maybe only 50 meters. Good morning. Unbelievable. Alright, well, past that one. Always something unexpected happens, of course. All the little buoys. Unbelievable. Gonna pass behind him, then make it across. And then the next ones are already coming. I think one is going into the crossing section, so I have to keep an eye on him as well. Okay, just waiting now a bit. One coming up my stern, one cutting off the pass there, and then there's 1, 2, 3 coming from that direction. So just it's not the right moment to go now. Just gonna wait here. Alright, I found the gap. So I'm going in full speed. There's still another tugboat. That's the boat that I passed behind. It's chaos. It's also chaos on the VHF. People calling, and
I don't know what. So I just have to make it through the anchor field now. Oh, so far so good. Well, that's the last boat in the anchor field. Little tugboat. They have a little palm tree on the aft deck. They look quite relaxed. Behind me you can see the whole anchor field I just went through. So I did that all. To my right, Singapore. Then in front of me you can see a bridge from Singapore to Malaysia. Singapore, Malaysia, Singapore, Malaysia. Well, there's the bridge. I'm gonna go under. I think the last bridge we went under, oh, I can't even remember. Woohoo! Hey!
Yeah, good morning. From Putera Marina still. It's been 3 days I've been here. And it's time to go again. I didn't film anything about Puteri. You didn't miss much. It's a couple of high-rise buildings, a marina. Well, I have to say the people from the marina were super friendly and super fun also. We had lots of fun.
Alright, 7 in the morning. Puteri, bye bye. Well, coming down to the bridge again. It's a bit busier now, big lines of trucks. So the sails are up. Wind shifted a little, just have enough. We'll see how long it lasts, but it feels so nice. The engine off. About 4 miles and then I can bear off. It's a bit bumpy still, but it's fine. I brought down the mainsail, jibed. Coming into the bay now. So just going downwind and then I'll let the jib down and crawl into that corner there. The water looks a bit flatter. Probably gonna be a bit rolly, but who cares. Well, that's it. Anchored in Pisang Island. Pisang Island. And it will have to do. Now tomorrow is a bit tricky because it's 70 miles. So I'm thinking of leaving maybe 3 o'clock at night and just go in the shipping lane till it gets light to avoid the fishermen. And then I can make it over there in daylight to find the next anchor spot. Can I say since 1 o'clock last night it started raining and thunder. It's now about 3. It's been going on non-stop. And the last half an hour the boat started rolling like crazy. The wind must have shifted or something, or to do with the tide, I don't know. This is what it is, I just have to hang in there. My plan was to leave at between 3 and 4, but I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna wait till this is over first. Last night I showed you a little bit of the lightning show, and that stopped about 3:30, but then a big squall hit without lightning but a lot of wind. I was on the leeward side of the island, but the waves, they just kept building and building. They come from the northwest, and at some point the foredeck was underwater sometimes, and then I waited and I waited, and then when dawn came and the first light, the wind dropped And I said, this is my moment. So start the engine and went up front. Sometimes I was up to my knees in the water, but I got out the anchor and I left. And it's gonna be a close call. I have almost 70 miles to go. Absolutely not sure if I'm gonna make this. But I couldn't stay there any longer. As soon as I got away from the island, it actually got already a little bit better. And now it stopped raining. And there's only very little wind. I have the mainsail up for some stability. And the waves are calming down, so that's all a good thing. I still have the current against me. Maybe 11 or 12. It will start flowing with me. It's about 8:30 now. Jesus Christ, what a wat een toestanden, zeggen we dan in het Nederlands. But we'll see. I'm just doing my best. And if I don't make it, I don't have really a plan. I just have to stay outside. Fisherman coming at me. I'm getting close, but it's still it's still 9.5 miles. I'm just gonna make it in time. I'm getting the current with me, so I'm doing 6.3 knots now. So yeah, probably when the sun hits the horizon, I can drop the anchor. So let me see, can you see me there like this? I made it, and what a contrast to this morning. This morning I was picking up the anchor with my knees in the water. The total foredeck went under. 2.5 meter waves. I was so glad I left there. It was 12.5 hours, so a long day, but I'm here, it's quiet. Actually a nice island to see on my starboard side. Looks peaceful. And I'm having a beer now. Gotta have the anchor beer. Cheers everybody. I have 7 more miles to go, but I had to motor everything, and there was a lot of sea state. I think the tank is dirty, so my motor started making weird revs. There's a reef on my starboard side. I'm almost past that, so if I need to change the filters, I would like, then I'll anchor after the reef, because I don't want to anchor just in front of the reef. Must have gotten a lot of dirty diesel again or something, I don't know. Well, I arrived in time at Candy Island. It looks very pretty. There's another yacht on my port side. There's the strait between so that's the island of Penang, and on starboard is the continent, and then there's another fisherman anchored on the starboard side of me. Well, I'm gonna drink a sundowner beer, let the engine cool off, and I guess then start on seeing figuring out what went wrong with the revs of the engine. So
working on the filters now. I got the filter from the water divider out, and well, you can see it's pretty dirty, so good to change that. Gonna do the other one now, the fine filter on top. And what I also did is I cleaned the air filter. Just sprayed some brake cleaner in. This is what came out. So if the fine filter out now, or that doesn't look too bad actually. So that's a good thing. I'm gonna change it anyway. Took it out now. And well, this is the other one. So Mr. Perkins is running. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the sun is setting at Candy Island near Penang. Just pulled the anchor up. I'm not sure about the weather today, but I'm gonna take a look anyhow. To turn on the engine, the wind is shifting all over the place here in the canal. I'm not in a hurry. I should get the tide with me also in a little bit. Oh, a really long bridge. Really long. I don't know how long, but long. And there I can go through. Looks like I'm gonna get wet soon. Okay, I'm in the middle of a squall. Sight is getting a bit better. There's a tug coming straight at me. He's going for the bridge as well. I managed to avoid him. Luckily at the AIS there's a fisherman passing me there in front. Let's hope the worst is over. We're getting to see something again. Well, getting some light. Here's a fishing farm. Seems to clear. That is nice. I can even see the bridge again. Even if I throttle the engine in neutral, I'm still going 4 knots. There's lots of current. Okay, I'm at the second bridge now. The funny thing is, this is called the Penang Bridge and the other one is called the second Penang Bridge. But I came in the other way around, so for me this is the second Penang Bridge. Well, it's a big city. I don't know how many people live here, but there must be a lot. So they're loading this barge. Some sort of sand or something, I don't know. A little tug coming down, I guess to pick up the barge. So good morning. I left K Straits Marina at first daylight. All set, no wind yet. There's a thunder cloud on my left. Doesn't seem too active and the thunder seems high, so let's hope that all comes good. Supposed to get some wind today. That's what the computer models say, at least. A nice southerly 10 to 16 knots, so that would be really nice. I have 48 miles to go till the entrance of Langkawi, where the islands start, and it's 8 o'clock now. Okay, I'm in the middle of a squall now. With all the sails down. The front is over with the thunder. Still a lot of rain now. I slowed the boat down because there's all kinds of stuff in the water. Happy days. Happy days. Eh? Okay, this has come to a point that it's not funny anymore. It's really close by.
And I don't even want to go outside anymore. The weather has cleared a little bit, still raining though. Oh. I've made change of plans. There's a little island 6 miles away from me now. There should be 3 moorings. So I'm gonna check out if I stay there, because the wind is north-northwest, straight on the nose. I'm soaking wet, slowly starting to get cold also. I didn't really have a chance to get cold. It was hard work. First taking away all the sails, and then the wind came on the nose and pulled through. So I had to put in 2 reefs and hoist the mainsail, change the backstays, get the little jib up, order all the ropes. I guess it's a long way to Langkawi. That's could be a saying, maybe. Well, we're just talking about Langkawi. I just looked around, and sometimes I can see it now. I see it coming, clearing out of the clouds. Yeah, it's gonna be tomorrow, I guess. I'm not gonna go around in the dark if it's not necessary. Even here, it's like 25 meters deep, and there's just... They planted sort of trees, like the ones we have in the Waddenzee. I don't know how they did it. Maybe the trees are on a buoy or something. And now it's clearing. I'm seeing boats again around me as well. So I just stick to my little rule and continue with the plan. Okay, I'm there. I picked up a mooring. Well, I pulled on it a bit. It's still holding it. I shouldn't get a storm, then it's not strong enough. It reminds me a bit of the moorings in Makatea. You guys should watch that episode. It's beautiful. I'll show you. They put the moorings real close to the shallow. So where I'm at now, it's 18 meters deep. But about 4 or 5 boat lengths away from me, you can just see the sand and the weed. It is pretty, and I am really good protected from the big waves now. Yeah. I'm just gonna sleep in the cockpit, I guess. So, first sign of being on a leeward shore, I'll just cut the rope and get out. So, hello and good night. I'm not sure if you can see me. It's dark. So I was at the little island on the mooring. And of course, as soon as I got there, the wind shifted. It was not really a lot of wind, but anyway, I cooked some dinner and I was reading my book. And then I saw the depth sounder go down from 13 meters to 6 meters. So I jumped up, got a knife, and I cut the mooring line and got out of there just in time. So the mooring was useless. So now I'm on the other side of the island, just going downwind without sails, doing about a knot, maybe a little less. Not many fishermen around, but a few. Of course, one without light again. I'm in a place here where they can't come. It's a nature reserve, but maybe that's why they don't have the lights on. Okay, I'm floating around here. just listening to an engine, but I can hear a whale. I can't see him though. Could definitely hear him puff out his air about 4 times. Good morning. There it is, Langkawi. It's absolutely beautiful. An abundance of little islands and creeks. Looks great. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. It's a shark. Big shark. Okay, I'm arriving. This is the entrance. Ta-da! The finish line. This could be a hurricane hole, I think. Ik ben hier nu nog of 4, 5. Heel hard gewerkt om alles achter te kunnen laten. Leuke mensen ontmoet, dat wel. De boot is klaar. En ja, het is weer een afscheid. Misschien wel de allerlaatste keer. Hier ligt ze. En ja. What can I say? Ik ga er missen.
Remote reach the free up is the elemental ja, them bong. Picture of this matter, bum bum.